again, friends. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up where I left off at. So in this video, I'm gonna go in and anything that I can salvage, anything that's good, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in some of these pots that I've been collecting. All right, I got plenty of pots, so I really have no excuse. And I figure putting them in these pots, just in case I'm not able to plant them right away, they can be housed in these pots and they're more portable. This is good. So I think this is a 3-gallon nursery can. That should be able to hold this root ball. At least I think. That should do it. So when I last checked, I only want to save about 4 of these boxwood, because the rest of them kind of look like this. So that snow weight really destroyed these boxwood. So the next 2 that I really want to save are those. The way you can tell what gallon size your cans are, or your pots are, right here. Right here you see the number 3. That means, or that stands for 3-gallon. So when transplanting shrubs, perennials, and such, it's best to try to get as much of the root ball as possible. And if able, as much of the surrounding soil as well. And just carry that over to the new spot. It'll quickly acclimate with soil from the previous location. Perfect. And then I top off the root ball with some more of that native soil. And the reason the transplanted plant will get quickly acclimated by transferring some of that previous native soil is because all of the organisms and such, that plant or that plant's roots are very familiar with all of those organisms. So clearly, if you take it to the new place or the new spot, it'll quickly establish its root system. Now, I still plan on using a lot of biotone starter fertilizer, but you know. It just lessens the plant going into a transplant shop. All right, so all I need to do now is gather up these 7 sedum stone crop, divide all of this gold sturm right here. This is Rudbeckia gold sturm. Black Eye Susan. All right.
Something that I'm breathing, telling me to sleep in, fix me on my lids like nothing gets done. Living by a bad drug, swallow it like hoodoo, marching to the drums like ba 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 ba. Sliding by the beaches, gotta have a secret. Life is pink beaches, celebrating my secret. Drowning out the teaching, gotta have a secret. Ba ba ba.
Now, of course, a lot of these perennials have intermingled, so inevitably when I plant them, unless I meticulously go through each perennial and remove the other plants that's attached to them, they'll just have to grow up into these plants. Like right here, I've got some Rudbeckia. I can easily yank that off. That's a new plant. Go ahead and pot this up right now with some native soil. Just an emergency potting up because I'm not near potting soil. So as long as the roots are insulated, this plant should survive. So these are all Black Eye Susans. Each pot contains at least 4 or 5 plants. So yeah, they've multiplied a lot farther than 5 plants that I originally put in. Got some over here, that one over there, and then I still have all of this right here, this whole mass to dig up, which looks to be at this point at least 10 plants. So my entire garden will be Black Eye Susan, unless I can give some of them away. All right, I think I got enough Rebecca, Black Eyed Susan. I'm gonna move over to this Coreopsis nana. Try to grab as many of those as I can before it gets too dark. All right, so it's 7:11 p.m. I think it gets dark around 7:45. So it's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were supposed to get some rain, but it looks like we're not. Maybe it's to come later on this evening. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and make out my measurements. 12.5 feet by 12.5 feet. All right, so clearly there are going to be a few minor adjustments because I really want to center this parterre on this garden bed. That's very important for aesthetical reasons. So I do have a challenge with the border wall in the front. That's about a foot, and against the staircase I also have a little bit of border wall, followed by some of the staircase, well, the bottom part kind of pushing out a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a few tweaks. That's cool. So here's the preliminary measurements, or the look. All right guys, I know it's getting pretty dark, but we gotta push on. So I need to start thinking practical. I mean, I know this is an aesthetic motivated bed. This is a bed that, you know, you're looking more for symmetry and dimension and beauty, but I have to think practical. So right here is the upper entrance to this bed, and I'm gonna have to have this clear. So this is roughly, I want to say, probably a 3 to 3.5 foot. Well, here's the tape right here. Let's measure it. Okay, so from this peg or this post to the fence is just a little bit over 3 feet. All right, so we got a 3 feet walkway. So we have a 3 feet walkway to enter the bed. All right, guys, it's another day. Obviously, it was too dark to wrap up that video, but here at the entrance is roughly 3 feet. So that's a 3 feet entrance. And it's gonna be a 3 feet walkway. And here at the corner is roughly 2.5 feet. Let's see. Well, about 2 feet, but you get the picture. So I'm gonna have access all around this bed, and that's very important. Very important. So I just wanted to wrap up this video by coming out here when it's a little brighter. You can see what I'm talking about. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me on this video. I know it was a long one, but it was pretty detailed. So, and I still got some remnants, some plants that I can come out here and dig up. So I just got to come out here and smooth this out. Here is the location of the plinth, of where the plinth will be sitting. So it's dead smack in the center of these new measurements. So it's roughly, I think 10 foot. So it's 100 square feet, 10 feet by 10 feet, 100 square foot bed. All right, guys, see you on the next one.